Hi friends, this is the day 37 I guess of the programming class. So yesterday we had seen about input and output, so that today we will see one actual HackerRank problem which is based on that. So we will see here in this challenge what we have to do. Okay, the question is, as you can see, Java std in and std out 2. In this challenge you must read an integer first, then double, then string. So three things you have to read. Then print those values according to the instructions which is in the output format. So what's the input format? First line is a integer, second line is a double, third line is a string. Okay, then what else is there? There are three lines of output. First line, okay, but when you're printing the output, what should be printed first? When you're printing, first string has to be printed. When you're printing, first double has to be printed, then at the last your integer has to be printed. Yes, what's the input? Input is integer double string. Output is the reverse of that, string double integer. Simple. To make the problem easier, a portion of the code is already provided in the editor. Okay, so if you use next line method immediately following the next int method, okay, so input, okay, integer double, right? Tell me, is it one word or many words? It is many words, which means you can't use next method. If you use next method, you will only get the first word. You have to use next line method, so that you will get the whole sentence. So whatever string you have entered, last, that should be printed in the first. Okay, then double and integer. If you are noticing, here we are giving one prefix also, that string we are mentioning that. Fine. So what I would like to do is, I would like to write the program from the scratch. So definitely Control A, delete, right? Then import what? Java.util. I can tell star, and I told you when you tell star what is imported, is the packages imported or not. I have told, okay, util.star. Now I have class, and especially in HackerRank always you write class solution. Is it clear? But in the interview don't write class solution. I have told many times, in the interview either it will be mentioned what class name you have to write, or you have to ask them, hey, what should be the class name of that. Okay, what should be the class name? So public static void main void main. Yes, see, there is a lot of interesting problems which are coming in the future, which are based on maps and all. So here I am writing string args. Here I have to create scanner. Scan is equals to new scanner, and here I will write, okay, system.in. System.in. I have created this. So yes, and one more thing, maybe in the future I'll be doing, if you want, I'll be doing Flutter. Tutorials. Okay, I'll be doing Flutter classes. So what is this Flutter class? Flutter means, it's like if you want to develop an app for Android, you have to use Java or Kotlin. Okay, but if you have to develop an app for iOS, you have to use a language called as Swift, SWIFT. So you have to learn two separate languages to build an app, right? If you are learning only Kotlin, it is only applicable for Java, right? If you are doing only iOS, you have to learn Swift. Okay, so this Flutter is a language, okay, is based on Dart language. Okay, Dart is a language, which if you write code in Dart, it will compile to Android also, it will compile to iOS also, which means one language you have to learn and you can create both the apps. And in the industry right now, maybe this is also in the demand, because first of all, this is not only cross-platform app. There are many cross-platform apps like React, which is by Facebook, and from the Google it is Flutter. Why Flutter is more famous? Why? Because first of all, see, React, in the React the user interface is not good. Okay, manually you have to design that app, but in the Flutter internally it will design, because it is based on that material design, it is based on the design only. So Google has developed Flutter and it's really good. And the thing is, why it is famous, right? Because Google is backing it up. Who is the developer of that? Google. So Google will not go down in the future, right? Google will not, its company will not close. So definitely if it companies doesn't close, means Flutter will also not close, which means development will be there for Flutter. Imagine a company named XYZ, created Flutter. No, it will not be, it will not be a boom in the market. Why? Because the company XYZ tomorrow, if it crashes, who will develop that Flutter app, right? Yes. But Google, we know that it will not crash, So Flutter also will not crash. And crash in the sense, I'm not talking about app crashes, I'm talking about it will not be taken down. Okay, and Flutter will be famous in the coming days. So yeah, I'm creating the material, right? Material for that, what to teach on the first day, what to teach on the second day. I'm creating material for that, and pretty soon, along with the data structure, that also I'll be teaching. Most probably I'll be teaching Flutter and data structure once Corona ends, right? In the live classes I'll be teaching, because these kind of things, it can be done online also, no problem, but I think it will be more effective when I do offline. So you can comment what you feel about this. And yeah, it's interesting. Yes, Flutter is interesting. Okay, so scanner scan. So first here how to, first how to take which input, integer input. So I'll tell int n, okay, is equals to scan dot next int, scan dot next int. Next I'll take double d is equals to scan dot next double. Then what I'll be doing is okay, and one more thing, okay, don't think that in Flutter I'll be teaching you some mobile games and all. First of all, games can be done, okay, it's easy, maybe that also we'll see, right? But don't expect like some Facebook level apps, okay, but definitely complete basics we'll be learning, and we'll be seeing how to make simple apps. The thing is, see, it's very clear, okay, no one has to teach you everything, no one has to teach everything. Did anyone teach you how to run? No, you just learned how to walk. Someone taught you how to walk, someone holded you so that you can walk, but after that running is depending on you, right? Yes, so same thing here also. I will tell you complete, you will have no doubt about the syntaxes of our Flutter, okay, you'll have no doubt, okay. You will be able to do anything in the small basic app. If you can do anything in the small basics, right, it means that you have understood basics. Once you understood basics, the research is dependent on you. You do your research, and you can do research easily now, because whatever is there on the web about Flutter, you will be able to understand, because you know everything about Flutter, how it works internally, what the architecture of it, and definitely it will be easy for you, okay. Because I am also doing side by side research. Since I have learned the basics, now these whatever I find it on the web, I am finding it easier to understand. Yes, okay. So double, I have to take a string input now. So I'll tell string s is equals to scan dot next line, scan dot next line, okay, and that's it. I have to print now. Now when I am printing, how should I print? I have to print like this, right? I have to print a string colon. Then can you see? Okay, yeah, let's do it. I'll tell system dot out dot print. I have to print now. System dot out dot println. Okay, what I have to print? I have to print string first. After printing string, I'll copy this. Then I have to page, print double. Okay, so where is it? Okay, so then at the end n means integer. I'll print these three things. But if I run the code, that's it, okay. Take the input, print the output. That's what they are asked, nothing else. Sample test cases failed. Why? First of all, see, their expected output is like this. But are you printing any string? No. No means what do you have to do? I have told you, right? What you have to do is, you have to now think, hey, are you using next line method in your program? Yes, you are using next line method in your program. If you are using next line method in your program, then you see before that next line, are you using any other method other than next line? Yes, you are using other method which is other than next line. If that is the case, use dummy scan dot next line, right? Use dummy scan dot next line. I will compile now. Let's see, I will run the code. Now we should be able to read the string, right? We should be able to read the string. So as you can see, my output is welcome to HackerRank, but their expected output is one string should be there, no? That string, that also should be printed. So it is very easy. What we will do is, I will go here and I will tell before printing the s, print something also. What is that? String, right? Print that string, I will tell. Okay, print that string, and yeah, it will print the string. Then I have to tell something else also. What is that? I have to tell tutorials, and what I have to tell? Double. Okay, I will copy this. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. Double is also done. Then at the end it is integer. Okay, it is int. That's it, I think so. Let's see, is it int? Yes, int, that's it. So yeah, this is done. I'll run the code. So as you can see, okay, string, there is no colon, right? Yeah, that is important, I guess. String, I have to tell like this, yeah, that was missing. But even though that is missing, now see, again it is telling what? Test cases failed. Why? Can you see that my output after this colon, is there any space in my output? No. But if you notice, see, that's why I am telling, everything is very important. Even the space is important. So watch here, after a colon there is a space here, which means there is space here also, there is space here also. So what do you have to do? I have to tell here after colon there is a space everywhere. Now I'll run the code. Let's see. Okay, now test cases failed. Why? Let's see. So string double double and int 3.145. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Nice. See here, double space is there before the double, no? Yes, it's very difficult, but to notice where is a mistake. But once you got to know, you will understand. Okay, run the code. Okay, so sample test cases passed. If I submit the code, all of the test cases also will pass. Okay. So I hope you understood this problem, Yes, we will see this. We will see this now. Now I'll tell you something. There is something called as previously I told you in what ways you can print to the screen. If you want to print to the screen, you can tell like this, right? System. Okay, system.out.println. System.out.println. What you want to print? You want to print, I'll tell 5. 5 can be printed like this, and 5 can be printed using the method called as print also, right? Yes, it is there. Print, yes, println and print, yes. But I'll remove this println. I'll remove this println because you know about println, right? Yes. So what is happening here? It is printing 5 and it is in the same line. I want that press any key to continue in the new line. So maybe what I can do, maybe I can add \n. What's the meaning of \n? Go to the new line, right? So if I tell like this, now it went to the new line. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about printf method. F means for format. Printf method is there. In this printf, what do you have to tell? If you want to print a number, I have told printf 5, it is not acceptable at all. Is it clear? Inside the printf, always a string has to be there. Inside a printf, what has to be there? String has to be there. So if there is a string, imagine, right? I have one integer n. I have one integer n is equals to 5. I want to print this n value. Then what should I do? If I want to print the n value, I will tell empty string plus n, right? I can't print an integer, but don't you think now it has become a string? Yes, now it has become a string, and see, I can print 5, successful. But I don't want to teach you this because you already knew this. What I want to tell you is like this. Imagine, yes, there are 5 people in the room. I want to print what? I want to print there are 5 people in the room. If I want to print there are 5 people in the room, in the println method, what you should have told? You should have told something like this. You know, there are 5 people, no? So plus n, right? I hope it is clear. People in the room. There are 5 people in the room. So what happened is this string concatenated with the n value, which concatenated with the there are value. So I will compile and execute, and I think you already know we will get the answer. There are 5 people in the room. But what if you wanted same thing to do in the printf method? Yes, you will get the same output, right? You will get the same output. Now you are again thinking, hey, why are you even teaching all this, if it is the same thing? Why? Because now don't you think actually writing plus and all is very difficult actually? You have to think now, okay, string has started here, then string has ended here, I would write a plus sign, then again there is a string. Imagine again there was a plus another variable m, again plus again string. Now don't you think a lot of mistakes can happen here? Yes or no? Lot of mistakes can happen. Now what they have done is like this. Instead of telling plus n, they have told write a placeholder %d. Okay, it will not print %d, it will hold the place for you. There are when you tell %d, you are telling that if something will come in this place, wait you are telling. Okay, what you are telling? Hey, wait, don't print %d, but something else will come in this place. What will come? I will tell d means number. Is it clear? D means number. If you tell yes means string. If you tell c means character, like that. F means float. But I want to bring one number here. If I have to bring a number, it is %d. Okay, if you write %d here, now I will compile. See, I will compile, no problem. When I execute, exception. Why? Because it is waiting to get one number. Because what you told? You told a wait, I will give a number, you have told. Did you give a number? No. Then where do you have to give a number? You have to give a number here. After the string, write a comma and write a variable n. Okay, this is actually the same thing in C or C++. So see, there are 5 people in the room. Yes, I will allow you to take these notes. Okay, so I hope you have understood here what you are doing here. I am telling a wait, some number will come, and I am writing that number here. Okay, after this, imagine there are 5 people in the room. Okay, and I want to tell Shahrukh, and let's say Salman is also present, So and Salman %yes, because it's a string. Salman is also present. I will tell like this. Yes or no? I hope you are understanding. So I am telling here one number will come. So there are 5 people in the room, and %yes means one string will come. Is also present, I am telling. Okay. Now I will create one string, right? I will create a string called as name. Where there is Salman, like this. Okay. So I have to write a name variable, right? Now the question is, where should I write a name variable? Definitely I have to write a comma. But should you write a name variable here after the n value, or should you write a name variable here before the n value? So where you have to write, I will tell you. See, it's very clear that from the left side to right side, when you come, are you seeing %d or are you seeing %yes? You are seeing %d, which means it's a number, which means here also first number only has to come. After that I will write a comma. Then at the end you have %yes. Then I will write, what is the variable there? Name is a variable. If I compile and execute, watch here. See, there are 5 people in the room, and Salman is also present, right? So I hope you have understood here. Let me decrease the font, and you can take the notes now. Okay. So that's about a printf method. Okay. Now what we can do is we can format them still more. Its use doesn't end here. Imagine that you had percentage D, right? You had percentage, let me increase the font now. Okay, you had percentage D. Now what you told is, yes, print n. Let me put a backslash n because it will be more easy to understand, because number and press any key to continue. If it comes in separate line, it will be very clear to understand. I have 5. Now what I can tell is like this, percentage D, but I am telling percentage what? I am telling 3D. I am telling percentage 3D. What is the meaning of percentage 3D? Percentage 3D means totally 3 characters should be there for a digit. See, first character, second character, third character. Can you see? Yes. So that's what I am telling. I am formatting that. It's like giving a space also. Is it clear? So if you tell percentage 3D, it will give you, totally 3 digits. If you tell percentage 2D, yes, it will give you totally, I am not talking about 2 spaces, it will give, no, total 2 digits, right? Total 2 digits. Don't think if you write 2D, you will get 2 spaces, then one number. No. Okay, if you write 3D, what will you get? You will not get 3 spaces, but you will get totally 3 spaces. That I want you to understand, totally 3, not spaces, sorry, totally 3 digits you will get. Okay. For example, imagine my D value was 51. D value was 51. Right? Now what will happen? See, percentage 3D means totally 3 digits. Can you see? Yes. See, only one space has come now. 1, 2, 3. Yes, totally 3 digit. Okay, you write 513. 513 I will write. For 513, will there be any spaces allowed here? No, because in 513, 3 digits have occupied. Right? 3 digits have occupied. So where space can sit here? If you write extra digit 5134, you have told percentage 3D, right? Watch here. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Is it clear? So that is what I want to understand. So if you write here percentage, percentage 5D, percentage 5D. So what you are telling now? Totally 5 digits should be there. If you notice here, 4 digits are from here, right? 4 digits are from one more is from here, right? If you had 51, percentage 5D you have told, which means totally 5 digits will be there, right? Totally 5 digits. So if you notice here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, totally 5. I hope by now it is very clear for you, right? So maybe let me keep it like this, so that you can take notes of this also. Okay. But I want you to tell you one thing, that for a number, if you want to expand a number, the best way is to tell by not by telling space, is by telling zeros, right? If there is a number 5, you want to make it 2 digit, write 05. You want to make it 3 digit, write 005. So 0 is a number for integer, right? So I want, instead of spaces here, I want that 0 to come. Then what you have to tell? Simple, you just write 05D. That's it. Okay, because if you write 05D, now what you're telling? You're telling totally I need 5 digits. Now instead of filling spaces, you're telling zeros. You're telling. Watch here. I'll compile, and if I execute, as you can see, totally 5 digits, and it is printing zeros by default. And you can take this notes. Okay, take this notes. So I think by now you have understood, right? This is for integer, right? Okay. So percentage 05D. Imagine that I had 5, and I am telling here percentage 0 2D. I am telling percentage 0 2D. So what is it doing here? So I am telling I need totally 2 digits. If the digits fall less, add 0. Totally I need 2 digits. If the digits fall less, add 0. As you can see, we are getting 05. Okay, fine. So this is formatting for integers. Okay. So okay, this simple program is enough. So I'll remove this. So now let me tell you something like this. Okay, that is you have seen about backslash n. What will backslash n do? It will give you in the new line, right? So there are some more format specifies here. So what I'll do is I'll write here, okay, name, age, right? Name, age. Now what I want is every time I have to calculate, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of that, one option is you can give a tab. You can give a tab, or I'll write backslash t here. Okay. I have written name backslash t age. Name backslash t age. As you can see, can you see that between name and age there is a tab? Yes. So this is one specifier. Okay, yes, if you want you can take the notes of this. See, really I'm telling you, don't rely on screenshots, don't rely on screenshots, don't take this as lightly. Okay, keep a book with you, keep a book with you, write down all these important points so that in the future you can easily turn the page and look into it. Okay, fine. So backslash t, then I'll be telling the same thing here. Okay, okay, I'll give like this. Okay, what I'll do is I'll give dash dash. Okay, let's see, name. Okay, okay, so I want in a new line, I want it to happen in a new line. So definitely I don't have to maybe use print, I can use println. Let's see, is it working in the println? Yes, it is working in the println. So let's use println now, but it is the same for printf also. Okay, so next I want to actually write the name. So name is maybe Anup, right? Anup. Okay, why? Because see, imagine that you had written like this, name, 4 space and age. You will write Anup, and 4 space you will write. Okay, what you will write now? You will write the age. What's the age? Maybe 12 I'll tell. Okay, so I'll compile and execute and show to you that how will this look like. Okay, yes, now it is looking good, right? Okay, okay. Now imagine I had I had Brajesh here, I had Brajesh, and his age, so his age is maybe 44. Okay, not 144, 44. So if you notice, how many spaces are there here? Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 here, 1 2 3 4. Okay, let me give one more, 5, and number of spaces are same, but watch here that 44 and 12 are not looking good, right? 44 and 12 are, they're not ordered. Okay, they are not ordered at all. Then what you want to do? Now don't you have to calculate manually? Oh, I have to remove these spaces, I have to calculate manually, right? Yes, now you can remove the spaces manually, but what if you got this, you got all this input in a runtime? Are you understanding? What will you do if you get all this input in a runtime? How do you make sure that all of them are in the same line? Okay, for that simply you write backslash t, it will take care. Okay, backslash t will take care of that. Okay, I'll compile and I'll execute, and if you notice, see, now you got the correct answer, right? All of them are in the same. And the thing is, this age, you also give here backslash t only, right? Backslash t. Fine. So I hope you are able to understand, right, what's the importance of backslash t. Maybe let's imagine you have one more person, right? You have one more person whose name is very big. Okay, Vishottama. Okay, let's say like that, and his age is definitely, this is a old age name, so let's write 99. Okay, so now you can notice there is some more problem, right? Now what is happening here? Now if you want to solve that, what you do, everywhere you give double backslash t, again backslash t. So 2 tabs you are telling. Okay, 2 tabs backslash t, which means here also backslash t. 2 times I'm telling. Maybe this might solve our problem. Okay, it has not solved. Okay, I think maybe other format is there. See, I have not gone much into this. You can definitely look into it on your own. These kind of problems you won't be seeing. Let's see. The previous one you have to give double backslash and it will work now. Okay, just look into it. Okay, because this is not that important, just I'm telling you for knowledge sake, basics I'm giving you. Okay, backslash t you have, then that's it in this backslash t. So now we have seen for integer how to add zeros before it, you have seen. Now let's see, when I have a decimal value, how do I restrict to the first few decimal values? Okay, let's look into that. So I'll delete all this. Let me take, no need of scanner. Yeah, so double d is equals to 1 2 3 4.56789. Okay, this is what I'll tell. Now what I'll write is here, how to write a floating value. Maybe I'll tell percentage f. okay, percentage f. Which variable? The variable is d. Will this work or not? Let's see. So what's okay, semicolon, okay. Let's see, will this work or not? So what is happening here? Okay, so error, suitable method found. Okay, let me make this double then, right? Double, sorry, float, okay. So I think something else is wrong. Okay, float d is equals, here I have to give f, okay. What is happening here? So error, no suitable method, okay, I'm sorry, okay, this is not print ln, it is, I'll undo this. So double d, I'll try first, double d, and it is print f which I have to try, okay, not print ln, print f. So compilation, no problem. If I execute, it will print that double value, okay, it will print that double value. And if you notice here, what is happening here, okay, 0 is getting printed, 1 2 3 1 2 3, can you notice 1 2 3, and here it is 4 5 6, right? I will make it like this, I will make something like this. I will tell 0.56. If I tell 0.56, you can notice that 1 2 3, okay, other numbers are filled with zeros, right? If you had 0.1, okay, what will happen now? Now also the same thing. If I tell 0.5, okay, now also it's the same thing, okay. So this we don't want, right? Because I don't want those extra zeros. So 5 6 7 8 9. So first let's see, how to reduce that. So what I'll tell here is, I'll tell, let's see, if I tell 2f for percentage 2d, there was something called as 2d. Can I tell 2f here? Let's see, 2f I have told. So if I tell 2f, did anything happen? No, because 2f is for integer. Now if I tell 0.2f, watch here, can you see that point means from the decimal point 2, you have told, you want 2 decimals, you have told like that. If you tell 0.1f, you will tell from the decimal point you want only one number, like this. If you tell 0.0f, can you tell 0f? Let's see. We will not get a point at all, okay, we will get only the integer part. Is it clear? If I tell 0.5f, I will be getting that first 5 values. If I tell 0.6f, watch here, I will be getting that first 6 value. Can I tell 0.7f? Let's see, 7 values. Can I tell 0.70f? Let's see. See, I hope it is. Let's say 0.7. So I have to compile. 7,000 or 70,000? What it is? 70,000. Okay. So as you can see, we have printed 70,000. Okay. So I hope you have understood. This is one more way to print zeros, right? Without using for loop. How do you print zeros? Okay, I hope you understood. This has come dynamically. I didn't tell anything. I didn't think of it before. So let's say I have integer n is equal to 0, right? Integer n equal to 0. So what I can write here, if I want to write 100 zeros without for loop, okay, percentage d, which variable? Print that n, okay. Percentage d means print the integer variable, and if I write, it will print 1 0, but I'll tell a percentage 1000 d, okay, 10,000 d. 10,000 d, if I tell, what will happen? Watch here, I'll compile. If I tell percentage 10,000 d, I got 10,000 what? Yes, character I got, but that characters are not filled with zeros. If you want to fill with zeros, you have to tell percentage 0 10,000, right? 0, with what character you have to fill? 0. So in this way, I'll be getting all those zeros. So you have printed without using loops. So fine, I'll undo this. All this is yeah. So you have understood what is 0.2f, what is 0.3f, right? Yes, you can take this notes here. You can take the notes. Okay. Is this possible? 7.2f. Is that possible? No. Okay, fine. So this is for float and double, and integer is also over. Okay. Now let's consider for string, because for integer, let me write this here, right? For integer, if I have integer n is equals to 5, then I had maybe a double, right? Maybe I had double d is equals to 12.3. Then I have string. For integer, what did I teach you? I thought that percentage d I can write and I can write the variable n. But for this percentage d, if I write percentage 3d, if I write percentage 3d, what will happen? Okay, double variable are not given. Okay, d. See here. Yes, 3 spaces you are getting by default, right? Yes, 3 spaces you are getting by default. Now what you can do is there is one more specifier, that if you write a minus sign. What is this minus sign? Minus means go to the left. But as of now, if I execute, tell me, is this number 5, is it right justified or left justified? Okay, the word the term what we call is justification. Okay, tell me, if is this 5, is it right side of your screen or left side of your screen? It is right side of your screen, so it is right justified. If you want to make it as left justified, don't think 5 has to be dragged, sorry, for you it is this side, don't think 5 has to be dragged this side. So if I have to drag that side, I will tell, minus 3d. So I am telling 3d, but it is not right justified, I am telling minus sign, I am telling it is left justified. So if I compile and execute, see, 5 has shifted to the left. Is it clear? Left just. This is also really important actually, because in formatting sometimes you want to print a string on the right side or left side. So this is what you have to do. Okay, left justified. Now I know some of you are thinking like this. If I tell percentage 3d, I will be getting spaces. If I write percentage 0 3d, I will be getting zeros before it. I will be getting zeros before it, because zeros are filling those spaces. But if I write minus 0 3d, see, minus 0 3d will not work. Okay, see, why? Because are you telling me that 0 should come after the number, right? See, if I write minus 3d, this will work. Minus 3d means, yeah. Are you telling me that 0 should come here? Hey, if zeros comes here, the value will change, right? The value will change. I don't want the value to be changed. I want the printing format to be changed. That's it. Format change. Printing format means what? Hey, spaces. How many spaces should be there? All those things. Which justification? All those things are printing format, the output format. In the output format, you should not change any values. So if I had made that 0 to come here, somehow the value of that 5 will become 500. That is not I want. Is it clear? So that is why here in the left justification, zeros will not come at the end. But in the right justification, zeros will be there. 005 will be there, because the meaning is same. But when you reverse it, 500 will not happen. Okay. So that zeros are not there here. Only minus sign is there. Now whatever I had done, it is not only for integer here, the same thing can be done for float. Okay, I will write f. See, percentage d, if I write percentage d, it is for integer, byte, short, all these things. Okay, yes. So there is, I will be showing you one table. Watch this table here. Okay, watch this table. So here they are telling, quick reference. Okay, so how do you write printf method? If you write printf method, first should be string only, then div 2 variables, n variable, s variable, many variables. Okay, then this is that syntax, right? Percentage, then conversion character, that is either d. So you can see here there is a conversion character. You come here below, these are the conversion characters. Okay, so percentage d, I'm not talking about percentage, but d, f. Okay, d means what and all it occupies? It occupies byte, short, int and long. If you write f, both float and double will be there. C means character. Okay, so character. So if you want uppercase character, you have to write capital C, it seems. Okay, so string s. Okay, so s is hash code, n is new line. Okay, so that's it. That is conversion characters. Okay, then we have precision, right? For floating values and decimal value, we write percentage 0.2f. So precision we will be writing. So precision, they have given definition here, used to restrict the output depending on the conversion. It specifies the number of digits of precision when the output floating point values. Okay, fine. Then we have width, that is percentage 5d, 6d, right? How many spaces will be coming? Width specifies the field. Okay, that is width. Then flag. What is this flag? Can you see flag here? Yes, I told 0, percentage 0 3d, right? In 0 3d, 0 is a flag. Forces only numerical values to be filled or padded with the zeros. Default is a blank padding. Okay, default is blank padding. Okay, so if you want me to show it to you like this, okay, watch here. I'll be writing here something. So normally I have seen something like this, right? Point, okay, what is happening here? Okay, percentage 3D, I had written percentage 3D. So this D comes with what? Conversion character. Percentage is from here. Now I have not used any flags here, so flags, no flags. But this 3, whatever you are seeing, is a width. 3 is a width. I hope it is clear. Okay, so that is what you are telling. Why not I have added precision? Because it is not a floating value which I am doing, right? If it is a floating value, I could have added that option. Okay, now then you have seen percentage. Okay, I can't write percentage here. Okay, percentage 0 3D. If you write 0 3D, D is our conversion character, percentage is our percentage, and 0 is our flag now. 0 is our flag, and 3 is our width. Okay, so simple it is. Now what I had written in the screen, I had written percentage minus 3D I had written. So now D is our conversion character, percentage is our percentage, 3 is our width, and minus is our flag. Can you see that flag minus? Yes. Okay. So now minus is for left justify. Okay, minus is for left justify. So okay, percentage F, I would like to print the percentage F, not N. I don't want to print the N, I want to print the D value, double value I want to print. See, it has printed those many. And let me comment this, percentage F I have told, percentage F. Is there any spaces here? No. What I'll tell is, I'll tell a percentage 2F, or let's say 5F I'll tell, which means on minimum 5 digits I need, minimum 5 digits, but it is not printing anything. Why? Because already minimum 5 digits are there. How many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, already 9 digits are there. That's why first let me do something like this. I'll write minus 0.2F. Can I tell 0.2F? Can I tell 0.2F? Yes. 0.2F means what? From the decimal I need 2 more digits. Okay, that is 0.2F. Now let me add a flag. This is our specifier, and this is our percentage. This is our conversion. What is that? What is that called? Precision. Okay, this is our precision. 0.2 is our precision. This is our conversion character. Before the precision, we can add something. What is that? Before the precision, okay, I can add the width. So let me add the width here. So I will tell totally. Okay, now let me print totally. How many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally 5 digits are there. I will tell 6. I'll tell 6 here. Means totally I need how many digits? 6 digits. Can you see we got the output? Yes. Totally I need 6 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Totally I got how many digits? 6 digits. Okay. Totally I got 6 digits. And now I can tell 7.2F. Totally how many digits I'll get? Total I'll get 7 digits including decimal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total I got 7 digits. Now before that digit, what do you have? Before I told the width. I told the width should be 7. I can add a flag also. I'll try to add a flag 0. Right? I'll try to add a flag 0. So here I'll tell 0, 7. I'll tell 0, 7. As you can see, zeros I have filled. I have filled with what? Zeros. Now only one flag you can add. Either you can add 0 flag or you can add minus flag. Right? Because all of them are flag only. Either 0 flag or minus flag. Yes. So now I have added minus. What's the meaning of minus? Left justified. Okay, left justified. You will get to know now. See here. That numbers are printed this side and spaces are there on the right side. So it is left justified now. Okay, I hope it is clear. Maybe you can take this screenshot also. But again I am telling you, just if you take screenshot or notes, it is not at all enough. Please practice. Programming you must practice, or else all of this is waste. Okay. So you have understood left formatting. Now let's try it for string. I have the variable name. Which variable now? I have the variable name. If I want to print a string, I have to tell percentage. Yes. I have told percentage. Yes. So Rama is how many digits? Rama is 4 characters. Agree or not? Rama is 4 characters. What I'll tell is totally I need 5 s, percentage 5s means totally I need 5 characters. So don't you think I got 5 characters here? Yes, I got how many characters? 5. Then I'll tell totally I need 6 characters. Okay, so before llama, and because see this is by default it is right justified. Yes or no? By default it is right justified. Now I'll tell, you know, I'll try to add zeros. I'll try to add zeros. Can zeros be added? Zeros are added only for numbers, not for strings. They have mentioned that, right? They have mentioned here that 0 forces numerical values to be 0 padded, not for string. Which means this flag I can't use. Maybe I'll try to use, and plus also I can't use because that is for a numerical value. But minus I can use. Let me go there, and I'll tell I need 6 characters. So 6 characters it will print like this. I'll tell minus 6s. Minus means left justified. So whatever you have, print like this. Clear? So whatever string I have, print like this. I'm telling in the left justified way. Is it clear? Okay. So about this is also clear. Now if I look at the program, okay. Now, okay, I will go to the HackerRank. In the HackerRank, let's see. Okay, now it will be very easy for you. Every line, okay, input format. Every line of input will contain a string followed by an integer. So every line of input will contain a string followed by an integer. How many lines they will give? We don't know. So let's see. Java system.out.printf function can be used to print formatting output. Yes. The purpose of this exercise is to test your understanding of formatting output using printf. Okay. To get you started, a portion of the solution is provided for you in the editor. You must format and print the input to complete the solution. Okay. Input format. Every line, how many lines? Let's see. Every line of input will contain a string followed by integer. So each line, whenever they are going to give us input, what they are telling? Whenever they are given an input, they are telling that each line will contain a string high followed by integer 35. Next line will contain I followed by integer 12. Okay, like this they are telling. Okay, so each string will have a maximum of 10 alphabetic characters. Okay, so they are telling you that whatever this string is there, each string whatever they are going to enter, each string will be maximum of 10 length. After that it will not increase. Okay, the string length will be 10 only maximum, and each integer will be inclusive of the range from 0 to 900. So they are guaranteeing you that, okay, they are guaranteeing you that the number will be from 0 to 999. Okay, inclusive. Can you see, this is very important. Inclusive means including 0, including 999. So yes, this is done. Next, what we will understand? Next, we will understand output format. Each line of output, okay, in that there should be how many columns? 2 columns. So when you are outputting, there should be 2 columns. In the first column consists of string, and string is left justified using 15 characters. Did you understand how to do left justified? Yes, we have seen in the code left justified with the, I will clear this. Okay. We have seen in the code left justified with 6 characters. If they want left justified with 15 characters, I have to give 15 here. Now my string will be left justified with how many characters? 15 characters. Can you see? Means totally 15 characters will be there. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 characters left justified. Yes. Okay. But if I hadn't written left justified, if I had just written 15s, what does it mean? Which means 15s means totally there should be 15 characters in a string, right? Totally there should be 15 characters in a string, and it is like this. But I want Rama to go that side. So what I have to tell? Minus 15s. Okay, left justified. 15 characters left justified. Then what do they want? Let's see. Then, okay, the second column. See, they are not telling the second row. Okay, first column is string. The second column is in the same row. The next column, the second column contains the integer expressed in exactly 3 digits. Expressed in exactly how many digits? 3 digits. Why? Because they are guaranteeing you that the maximum character is 3 digit here. So maximum you have to print 3 digits. If the original input has less than 3 digits, you must pad your output with the leading zeros. Agree or no? What they are telling? If the number is not 3 digit, you have to make it 3 digit. How? By adding zeros to it. Okay, we have to add zeros to it. That's what they are telling. Okay, as you can see, this is the output. Okay, this is the output. Let's see. Okay, so each string is left justified with a trailing white space. Okay, with the trailing white space. What is the meaning of leading? Leading means this side, if there is spaces, it is called as leading. But if this side there is a space, it is called as trailing. So each string is left justified with a trailing white space through the first 15 characters. Okay, the leading digit of the integer is the 16th character. So till here it is 15th character, and this is the 16th character. Integer is a 16th character, and each integer that was less than 3 digit now has a leading 0. Now if you see the input, see input will be like this. Okay, one string will be there and one space to differentiate, you know, string and a number, string and a number, and string and a number. Okay, whatever string you have, it is left justified. See, for 100 when I tell percentage 0 3D, 3D means 3 digits should be there. Yes, 3 digits are there, so no problem. For 65, when I tell percentage 3D, space 65 will come. But when I tell percentage 0 3D, 065 will come, and that is what it is. Okay, so let me go to the code and let me write here. Okay, percentage 15s is done. If I tell percentage 0 3D, okay, percentage is not O, 0 3D if I tell, and I pass a number n, right, it will make that n as, see, 3 digits. You pass number 50, or let's say 57, it will make 57 as 3 digit by adding zeros before it. See, and if I write 577, right, it will make it as 3 digits by adding zeros. It will not add any zeros. So I hope you understood. So can you understand now? Percentage, okay, minus means it's a flag, right? Left justified. How many digits? 15 digits of a string. Then percentage, pad is 0, flag. The width is 3 and it's a digit. Okay, simple to understand. That's it. What they're asking is only this much only. So if I complete, and see, they have given they have only written the for loop. They're telling complete this line. They have only given the for loop. So how we have to complete? I have to print something to the screen, right? So let's say system.out.printf, right? Printf I have to tell, printf. So whatever I have printed there, the same thing I'll tell here. I'll copy and paste. I'll copy this, and if I come here and if I paste, but the variable should change now. It is not name, it is s1, string is s1, and number is x. Yes, let's see, I'll run the code. Let's see whether you're getting the test cases pass or not. As you can see, I'm not getting the proper answer. Why? Because my output is Java 100. Then CPP should have come to the new line, but CPP is coming to the same line. What's the problem? A new line, by default it is not there. I have to add new line like this. After %d \n I will tell. Okay, so now I'll run the code. Now as you can see, our test cases have passed, and when I click submit the code, I think all of the test cases also will pass. Let's see. See, all of the test cases have passed, right? Okay, so I hope you have understood the Java formatting here. Okay, you can take notes of this. You can pause the screen. You can take notes of this. Okay, now I know many of you want to write this program from the scratch, because you should learn how to take input, because now you are not taking the input. Now who is taking the input? Their main method is taking the input that you don't want. Okay, so definitely you have to learn this. So I'll clear this. Before that, no need to clear, right? Before that, no need to clear. And see, can you see that in the output format there is lines here? So let me not clear that also. Right? Let there be import, because however I'm going to write import. Okay, I'll undo this because yes. Okay. So let there be class solution, because I'm going to write the same thing. Let there be publish activate main. I'm going to write the same thing. Here if you want, I can write scan. Okay, little will change. Okay. So definitely this first line I have to print and the last line dash 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 I have to print. Okay. So okay, now let's understand how to take, input is there, right? Input is there, it's in the buffer. So how do you take from the buffer? Let's see. So my buffer, let me write it down. It is like this. That is, first there will be Java. This is my input file. This is my scanner. First there will be string. Okay. String what? Java. String Java is there. Space 100 is there. Space 100. String ends now. Then there is one second line CPP. Okay. 65. See, you don't have to wait because it is ready now. It is ready. Are you understanding? It is ready in the editor. Okay, because now no one will wait for you to enter because it's already entered in a file in the internet. So next it is Python and 50. Okay, so this is our file. This is our buffer now. Okay, so now what happens? Now what I want to do is, they are guaranteeing that, in the input it is guaranteed that definitely how many lines are there? 3 lines are there. If there are 3 lines, I have to take 3 lines, yes or no? That's why my for loop should run for how many times? My for loop should run for 3 times. Okay, that's what I have to do. My for loop should run for 3 times. So I'll tell like this, for loop. Okay, where int, I'll tell int I should start from 0. Okay, if I tell I is less than 0, I plus plus, tell me how many times this for loop will execute. Let's see. Okay, I becomes I value 0. Okay, after initialize it will check the condition. Is 0 less than 0? No, condition is only false. 0 times it will execute. If I write here, okay, I is less than 1, how many times this for loop will execute? Let's see. When your I value is 0, is 0 less than 1? Yes. Condition is true, 1 time it executed. I plus plus will happen. I becomes 1. Is 1 less than 1? No. 1 time it will execute. When my I is less than 2, 2 times it will execute. If my I is less than 3, 3 times it will execute. If my I is less than n, n times it will execute. Clear? Provided I starts from 0. So I want to execute now exactly 3 times. So it is very simple. What I'll tell is, I should run exactly 3 times. So I is less than 3. When it is running 3 times, what do I want? Every time when it executes, I want to take a string and a number. Every time when it executes, I want to take a string and a number. So tell me, first should I take, can you see here Java? First should I take a number or should I take a string? What should I do? I should take a string. If I have to take a string, there are 2 things. I can either use next line or I can use next. Tell me, should I use next line? No, because if I use next line, the whole line from here is given to me in the string format. So Java space 100 will be coming for me in a string format. Is it clear? I don't want Java space 100 because next line means what? That complete line it will give me. I don't want the complete line. I want the first word Java. If I want the first word Java, okay, it is better to use next method. So I'll be telling here, okay, scan dot next method I will tell. Next, that's it. What will next method do? As soon as I tell this, what has happened? As soon as I tell next method, okay, this Java from here is deleted. Okay, so what is remaining? Space 100 is remaining. Space 100 is remaining. Okay, but that whatever Java is deleted, where should I give it? I should give it to a variable to call as s1, s, or let me tell s, variable s, of what type? Of string type. Okay, that's it. Then what I want to happen? What I want to happen is, in the same line, it is not completed. I have to take number also. If I want to take number, I'll tell scan dot next int. I will tell scan dot next int. When I tell scan dot next int, what will happen? Because when you tell next int, not copy paste but cut paste will happen. So from here, integer part is removed from here. It is cutted from here and given to a variable. I will tell it as n. Okay, I'll tell it as variable n. I'll give it to the left hand side variable n of the type integer. Okay, so what do I have now? I have Java and I have the number 100. I want to print it now because it is ready. The first line elements are ready. In the first line, whatever I want is ready now. That's why here, as soon as I get, not outside the for loop, inside the for loop, whenever I get s value and n value ready, I'll print that by telling system.out. Right, print f. Okay, I'll tell what First you print a string %s, then you print a number, that is %d. But this string, it should have how many characters? Okay, I'll tell that string s %s, I'll tell there should be 15 characters, but it should be left justified. This number d, it should have 3 characters, you have to add zeros before it. And as we have seen, we have to definitely add one string, right? Yes, inside a string, I have to tell, hey, what is this s? What is that s? That is our s variable. And what is that integer value? N. Okay, that is our n value, like this. I know maybe, I think you might get confused here. Yes, let me, yeah. So s and n. But as you have seen, I have to tell \n because I want it in a new line. Okay, that's it. Now what will happen? It will print that, right? It will print that. What is my I value? I think, yes, I should write my I value also. Don't think here my I value was 0 actually. Yes, let me trace it. Let me trace it. For the first time when it was executing, right? For the first time when it was executing, my I value was 0. Okay, I value was 0. Now it has printed everything. It has nicely printed. Closing bracket of I. So I plus plus will happen. I becomes 1. We will check the condition. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, condition is true. If the condition is true, again this will execute next method. Next method will take only till it sees a space. So CPP is given to whom? Yes. So my S will contain what now? CPP. Okay. Then immediately you have next int. Will it wait for you to enter? No, because there is an integer which is ready. 65 it will take from here. It will give to n. N will become what now? 65. Then immediately you are telling a print the S value, print the n value. So again CPP and 65 are printed, 065 printed in a new line. After printing that, closing bracket is there. I plus plus will happen. I becomes what? I becomes 2. It will check the condition. A is 2 less than 3. Yes, 2 is less than 3. Condition is true. Again you are telling next method means take the string. Give it to whom? Yes. Your S will become what now? Python. S will become Python. Then you are telling, will it wait for you? No, because next integer 50 is ready. It will take 50 and give it to n variable. Your n will become 50. Now it will print Python and 50 in a new line. It will print Python and 50. Then after that, closing bracket is there. So I plus plus, I becomes what value? I becomes 3. Condition it will check. Is 3 less than 3? Condition is false. Your for loop will stop. Your for loop will stop. But imagine, right? Imagine if you are, instead of writing 3, what if I had written I is less than 4? If I had written for loop to execute for 4 times or 5 times or 6 times, what will happen? I want to show to you. If you allow your for loop to execute for a 4th time, means I value is 3 now. Is 3 less than 4? Yes. If you allow it to execute, tell me, you're telling scan dot next. Is there any next element from here? Is there any next element from here? No such element found, right? There is no such element. Yes. Okay, I want you to understand that. So which means what will happen now? If I tell I is less than 4, if I tell I is less than 4, okay. So where it is? Okay. If I tell I is less than 4, I will tell run the code. Let's see. What will happen? Let's see. I am purposefully making it to run for the 4th time, where in the 4th time there is no input there. So what will happen? Let's see. Okay. So this might happen. So as you can see, it is uploading, but there is option called as run the code, which means because of some internet problem, it is not executing at all. Don't wait. Again you click run the code. Okay, you should not wait. Again you click run the code. As you can see, it is telling what? Runtime error. See, no such element exception. Is it clear? No such element, because 3 times it has taken the input, right? It has taken Java 100, CPP 65, Python 50. After that also, if you try to take something which is not there, it will tell like this. Okay, it will tell runtime exception. That is why you have to be careful that I should be going till 3 only. So I think today you have clearly understood how to take input from the scratch. Okay, because till now I have not explained in this way. I mean, now this was the time where I can show you that how to take string also, integer also. Okay, so we got the output. Okay, done. So that's it for today's class. Okay, try other hackering problems and be careful that whenever there is integer first and string later, how to take input and all you have to think. Okay, that's it for today's class. Yes, thank you for watching.